Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, or whenever you end up listening to this. Today, on this episode of My Amazing Woman, there will be several mentions of movies by Sir Alfred Hitchcock. See how many you can find. This was going to be a contest, but the producer is so agitated that he forgot to purchase the prizes. But count them anyway, and maybe you could convince him to give you one. And now, let's start the show.
There. Be more careful next time. The bathroom is no place you want to fall down in, Trevor.
I'm sorry, Aunt Cat, but I got so dizzy I could have vomited.
Good thing I got there in time then.
How did you know I was going to fall anyway?
I saw you.
But the door was closed. How could you see me?
Well, that's the thing. As the elevator control burst regulator has been gradually depowering me during my cycle, I've had to use my muscles more.
Well, you were still pretty strong enough to pick me up.
Thank you. But that getting stronger has included my eye muscles.
So your eye muscles flex the door open?
No, Goofy. My vision has been gradually improving. I can actually read some things without my contacts.
Okay, but how does any of that apply to seeing me falling in the bathroom?
I told you before that all my cells can perceive radiation. Well, that coupled with my better natural sight...
Wait. You have X-ray vision? You have X-ray vision?
I'm not sure it's the X-ray wavelengths I'm seeing. But yes, I can sort of see through walls now.
Is it permanent?
I don't know, and neither does Dr. Johnson. Anyway, you need to rest. And again, I'm sorry you're stuck in bed. I didn't mean to make you sick.
I don't blame you, honey. Honestly, I blame those mad scientists in the lab you saved.
They weren't mad scientists. Not like the big idea. But I should have realized when I put out that fire that the lab could have been contaminated. At least Craig says what you have will pass, and you're past the contagious stage.
Thank goodness.
But with the vertigo you get, you really should avoid moving around too much.
I will.
I hate to leave you like this to go driving.
Honey, I'll be okay. If I need any help, I'll have someone come over.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. You're missing prime driving time. You should go.
Okay. I wasn't expecting anyone.
What are you staring at?
The front door.
Oh, right.
Just great. The house is a mess.
The house?
You could have given me a warning. Thanks a lot, Trevor.
What?
Don't you what me? You called your mother, didn't you?
Maybe.
My Amazing Woman, starring Araceli Gautier and AJ Cruz.
So why didn't you use your key, Gloria?
If you don't mind, Anna Cat, I'll answer your question with a question. Did my son tell you I was coming?
Well, no.
That's why. I wouldn't want Fred's mother to just let herself into my house if I was home.
Okay, but why didn't Trevor tell me he called you?
Because he didn't want to hurt your feelings.
What do you mean?
Well, I promised myself on the day he was born that his wife was never going to be second fiddle to me. I think he didn't want you to think that he didn't think you could take care of him.
That's a lot of thinking in there.
Well, Fred says the kids get their talking skills from me. Anyway, I was never going to be the kind of mother-in-law I had.
I'm sorry you had to come over, but I really need to do some driving.
Well, I know, dear. He told me. Just do me a favor. If it's a girl, don't name her after me.
He told you we're trying for a kid?
Yes, but only after I asked him when I was going to be a grandma.
So why don't you want a girl named after you? I'm named after both of my grandmothers.
Gloria, Gigi, was named after me, and she spent her whole life trying not to be me. I'd rather have one be like me this time.
Did you know that Trevor wants 8 kids? What's so funny?
Oh, it's no secret that Trevor and Fred couldn't be less alike, but that they have in common.
So why didn't you have more?
I love my kids, but there are a lot of other parts to me than just being a mom.
That sounds like my rideshare alarm. I'll be back.
I'll go check on my sneaky little boy.
But Ma, I didn't want her to...
You were wrong, and you knew it. That's really why you didn't tell her.
Okay, but I wanted her to drive because I want to have kids.
So does she. What have I told you about talking with your wife? She is your partner. If you don't have her, you don't have anyone. Anna Cat is a wonderful girl. If you had just said you would ask me to help, she would have agreed.
Okay, Ma, I'm sorry. It's just... I'm so bored with my vertigo. It's almost impossible for me to read. About all I can do is listen to streams or look out the window. I've been reduced to listening to true crime podcasts about the Queen of Hearts and the Big Idea.
You don't have a television in here.
You and Pop didn't have television in your room. I got the idea from you.
Well, we have one now.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Don't worry, I still turn it off on occasion. Well, at least you can look out your rear window.
Too bad Ray is boring.
Ray?
Ray Hitchcock, our new neighbor across the way. He keeps to himself mostly, except when Lenny's in the yard building his birdhouse. He's notorious for making a racket outside.
Lenny is the other neighbor.
Right, the one that told us about this development.
Oh, the one you say eats here every day.
That too.
Well, the world outside is fascinating. You just have to pay attention.
Okay, but I have a suspicion that I'm just going to fall asleep.
Good. You'll heal faster. Do you still like chicken gumbo soup?
Yes.
Let me go make you some.
Here you go, but I'm not sure why you want it if you cannot read.
He thinks if he has his laptop read documents to him, he might be able to get some work done. He's bored.
Spending time alone with himself, he's finally realized how boring he is.
Maddie!
I appreciate your stopping by this morning. Archibald has been a bear.
What's he on about?
The Liberty Guild, believe it or not.
Why is he upset about the Liberty Guild?
Because in that promotional comic book Trevor is having made, Captain Hermes insists that Snowy Owl get top billing. But Steve and Penny keep calling, insisting that they should get top billing.
Why is that any of Archer's headache?
Because Trevor is sick, of course.
What about Sua?
She's overseas with Brittany Wallace.
Is that the one with the... and the...
Yes, the one Laszlo tried to kidnap.
And he doesn't trust anyone else to handle the account, so he's chosen to go mad instead.
How does Trevor handle something like this?
In my opinion, in this particular situation, he plays on his relationship with both parties.
What sort of relationship does he have with Snowy Owl?
Closer than you, remember?
What's that supposed to mean?
I'll explain when we leave.
You'd better.
Olive!
Archibald, we have guests.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Anna Cat. Madison? So, between Snowy Owl and Millionaire Man, who would you give top billing?
I would change it to a book about the fabulous red light.
Maddie!
Well, I would.
Have you thought about using staggered Hollywood billing?
What is that?
Sometimes when they have stars that want equal billing, they'll post one name to the left and one name to the right. But the one on the right will be higher up than the one on the left.
That is very visually awkward.
But very emotionally effective.
Remember, we are, ultimately, in a people business.
Don't remind me. I'll try that. Where did you get that idea?
Trevor?
I'll have to remember that. Olive, can you get Captain Hermes on the phone and patch him into my office?
On it now.
Did you really get that idea from Trevor?
Well, from whatever old movie we were watching a month ago.
Kitty cat.
He was there.
Keep taking these. They'll help with the dizziness and chelation.
Thanks, Craig.
I'll walk you out. You know, I'm surprised a doctor makes house calls these days.
Well, Arch and I have an agreement for concierge services for his employees.
Really?
It was the least I could do after he kept me out of prison.
And now, another episode of Days of Our Birdhouses.
So, boys, you want to make sure the platform of your birdhouse is secure.
How do you do that? Would you show us?
Sure.
Watkins!
What?
What's all the racket?
I'm making birdhouses. You know, for the birds.
The hammering is for the birds. Cut it out or I'm coming down there. Good.
I didn't stop for you. It's lunchtime, you psycho. Come on, boys.
Not to sabotage your bandsaw.
Try it.
Ray, stop it.
A new player has entered the game.
All that noise could bring unwanted attention.
And yelling out the window won't?
Good point.
You don't have to live here.
After tonight, I won't care about your neighborhood drama. I'm getting on that boat, even if it's a lifeboat.
Why does that voice sound familiar?
Get away from the window.
I'm closing it, you cretin.
No way.
Betsy. Drop in on laundry room.
What, honey?
Ma, I don't want to scare you.
Too late. What is it?
Ma, I think that mad scientist The Big Idea is at Ray Hitchcock's house.
Hello. I'm making a bird graveyard to go with Lenny's bird houses. I hope you're enjoying our play so far. But when you hope in one hand and spit in the other, well, you know what you get. I'll get back to my work while you get back to the program.
I'll be back with the tea in a jiffy. Maybe it'll calm him down.
Here's hoping.
Calm him down? What's the counsellor agitated about?
Maddie, where did you come from?
Well, England originally.
I mean now.
I opened a portal in the kitchen.
You need to be careful. What if Gloria was in there?
Well, she wasn't.
That doesn't solve the issue. But you know what might?
No, I don't.
Maybe I should tell Gloria about me.
Are you sure she doesn't know already?
Well, no. Mind reading isn't one of my powers. Do you think she might? It doesn't seem like she does.
It didn't seem like your parents did either, remember?
You know, my mother is a better actress than I gave her credit for.
True, but I think we've wandered farther afield. I was asking about Drippy and why he's upset.
Right. He says the big idea is in our neighbor's house.
Isn't he supposed to be in prison?
Yes, but even that doesn't mean much. Eris and Calypso escaped prison, and the Crimson Actuary was running his operation from prison.
Still, Blunderboy doesn't usually see things that aren't there.
No. So I think I'll go back to the office and ask Olive to check on the big idea.
That's a good idea. When you want to get to the bottom of something, ask a secret agent. I wish I got on with my mother-in-law as well as you do yours.
That reminds me, you were going to explain why Craig gave his mother's ring to Dot when his mom wasn't actually dead.
Greg's parents are estranged. She didn't want it anymore, and Greg asked to keep it as she wore it when he was a kid.
He was a kid?
Believe it or not. Oh, I've seen the pictures. Anyway, I would like to throw a party to get to know her better, and I'll need your help.
If anyone knows parties, it's you. Why my help?
Because it would be your kind of party. A dinner party.
Yeah, you will need my help.
Thank you, Ma. You know how to take care of me.
So does your wife. And don't you forget it.
Yeah, it'd be nice if she believed me.
She believes you.
She doesn't sound like she believes me.
And I believe you too.
And you don't sound like...
Oh.
Shh.
What?
10 minutes. You couldn't get a driver closer? This waiting is murder.
I don't run the rideshare company.
I will be so glad to put this country behind me.
So, what's in Ireland?
Money, Raymond. Lots of money. And the most intriguing project I've ever undertaken.
What will you be doing?
What would you say if you could remember everything you've ever done?
I would say no thanks. I figure if I forgot something, there was a reason.
But what if you wanted to know? Wanted to bring it back?
Then I guess it would be a good idea.
It would be, dare I say it, a big idea.
Ma, see?
We need to call the police.
It'll take them too long to get here. If you figure in convincing them, I have an idea.
What are you going to do?
I'm afraid I have some disturbing news.
That doesn't sound good.
It isn't. I have pulled up the video feed of the Big Idea cell at the prison.
Isn't that a violation of his privacy?
He's in a Wales facility. Different privacy rules apply. Or, I should say, he was in a Wales facility.
Was. I see him right there.
Keep watching.
What is that corrections officer doing? His arm went right through the Big Idea.
Apparently, even though he should not have been able to do so, he has managed to put a computer-animated image into the camera feed. Since no one was allowed in his cell, no one realised he wasn't actually in it. So yes, the Big Idea may very well be in a house in your neighbourhood.
I have to get back home. Do any of the windows in Trevor's office open?
Yes, this one. I had it installed just in case you came by and had to leave suddenly. If anyone asks, I'll say you left from the second exit in the ladies' room.
There's a second exit from the ladies' room?
There will be.
Please call Trevor and tell him I'm on the way.
He's in here.
So, what do you need help with? Getting him out of the bed?
Getting the Big Idea back into prison.
You know.
We do. You feel that in your back? That's a gun. Take out your phone and cancel the rideshare ride.
Now that's funny.
What's funny?
Now you think that someone in my line of work doesn't know what a gun in the back feels like.
Ma!
She's all right. She just got tangled in this torn curtain. And now we're just going to sit here until my guest gets in his ride and gets gone.
Why are you helping that fiend?
Money. I mean, that wasn't hard to figure out. Why are you in that bed anyway?
I'm sick. I've been sick all week.
And you've been listening and looking through the window.
Right.
Normally I'd be inclined to leave you alone, since it'd be your word against mine. But you're a lawyer, so your word would carry a lot of weight. And I'll bet your mom here and that cute wife of yours know too. So, I think I need to take care of you. And I don't mean bring you soup. Now, this is a gun.
Yes, I can see that.
I think it's going to be a home invasion. They broke in, surprised your mom, shot her in the struggle, and then shot you. Maybe I'll romance that wife of yours once you're gone. Anyway, on your tombstone, it'll read, "The Man Who Knew Too Much." Say goodbye to your son, Mrs. Waring.
Waring.
Wait! You said you were going to shoot me first.
Like CSI will be able to tell which one of you was shot first.
And a cat.
Gloria!
Trevor, are you all right?
I'm fine. Well, except for the wanting to puke and not being able to walk 39 steps.
Gloria, are you all right?
Yeah, I think the shot went into the wall.
The ceiling.
How do you know?
Just a guess.
You knocked him out cold. How did you know to open the door like that and slam it into him?
I heard that he was near the door. I rushed back as soon as friend of mine confirmed the Big Idea had escaped.
That's right. Honey, the Big Idea is taking a rideshare out of town. Go to the window and get him.
Go to the window?
I'll go out the door, honey, and go over there.
Right. Sorry, I'm feverish.
You don't have a fever.
I do now.
That Ray is a huge man. Now, I know Anna Cat isn't exactly petite, but how did she hit him hard enough with the door to knock him out?
He wasn't there. His ride must have come while I was flying. Back here. In my car. Not in the air.
Great. He got away.
How did you get over there and back so fast?
Honey, I think we need to tell her.
Tell me. Tell me what?
Gloria, there's something about me you don't know.
You married married amazing woman.
Don't make it sound like she was out of my league.
Darling, she was out of your league when she was just Anna Cat.
Ma!
Yeah, well, that's another thing you have in common with your father. You married up.
You know, I was going to disagree with that, but I like living.
So, Anna Cat, this bracelet thing you're wearing, it's taking your power away so you can have a baby?
Right.
But even with a whole lot of your power gone, you're still strong enough to knock a man out with a door?
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing.
I think it's amazing.
You always say that.
I wish I could knock a man out with a door.
You actually made Dad spend money on a swimming pool. That's a superpower all by itself.
So, do you like being super?
Sometimes. I love flying. Flying is the best.
And you're willing to give all of that up to have a baby with Trevor?
Why do you make that sound like it's a bad thing, Ma?
Well, I'm not giving it up permanently. But if I had to for Trevor, I would.
And that's why you're my favorite daughter-in-law.
Ma, she's your only daughter-in-law.
Don't ruin the moment.
In the secret headquarters of the man and that girl.
Report.
A review of Arden Luce's communications confirms what we heard. The Crimson Actuary has sent one of his flunkies to Ireland. And the warden is at the end of his rope.
Any idea where the actuary's man has gone?
Woman. And the word on the street says Ireland. Just like the big idea.
Do the authorities know the big idea is gone?
They do now, if this internal Wales communication is to be believed. By the way, they've locked me out again.
Can you get back in?
Probably. Just give me a week. So, what does the big idea want with Ireland? And why does he need the Crimson Actuary?
The latter answer is money. The big idea needs to move a lot of it around, and he needs it hidden. But what is he moving it for? That's the big question.
I have friends in Ireland. Let me ask around and see what I can find out. Why are you monitoring this? It doesn't have anything to do with us.
I had a chance, a long time ago, to take the big idea off the board, and I didn't do it. I hold myself personally responsible for everything he's done since.
Okay, but I'd rather hold him responsible for what he does. Just saying.
How many Hitchcock references did you catch? I asked AI to count them, and according to it, there are 733,947. I don't think that's right. I shall have to count myself. But if it is right, this will take a while. So, good evening.
You've been listening to Season 5, Episode 5 of My Amazing Woman, titled My Husband's Amazing Mother, starring A.J. Cruz as Trevor and Araceli Gauthier as Anna Cat, guest starring Angel Gauthier as Ray Hitchcock and Sharon Grunwald as Gloria Waring. Featuring Sophie Flack as Madison, Nicole DeHarrell as Olive, Frank Guglielmelli as Lenny, Ken Halloran as Craig, and David Robbins as Arch, with Matt Halloran as The Big Idea, Anthony Reed as The Man, Daniela Torre as That Girl, and James C. Taylor as your narrator. This episode was produced and written by James. It was voice directed by David, with dialogue editing, sound mastering, and original music by James. Sound effects are from freesound.org. The classical music sequence was from classicalarchives.com. The celebrity voice was impersonated. No fooling. This is a production of Hey Daddy Audio in affiliation with Time Will Electronic Recording Productions, copyright 2026 by James C. Taylor, all rights reserved. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, events, and the incidents are the products of the author's peculiar imagination. Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead or actual events is purely coincidental.